Hey everybody, happy Valentine's Day. Well, almost Valentine's Day. Listen, I am, as much as I love Christmas, as much as I love New Year's, I love Valentine's Day. I think my parents did like a really great job at making me feel included in Valentine's Day celebration. So like if my mom got flowers and chocolate, I got like balloons and chocolate and whatnot. So I love the feeling of love. Anyway, I'm here to share with you 14 sewing patterns that you can make before Valentine's Day. We got a little bit of time. Valentine's Day is on Wednesday this year. And so this list is not necessarily things that I have made, some of the things I have made, but this is kind of like my wish list. If I had all the time, if I, had all the things, because some of these require a bit of fabric. But I say all that to say that you may have the fabric, you may have the time, and you may want to make some of these. So let's get into this list. Oh, and before we get started, some of these are free. So yeah, grab a pen and paper. Number 1, the hibiscus robe. Now this is a free pattern from Mood Fabrics. I would be remiss if I did not put this robe on my list because I can't believe this pattern is free. And I have seen this pattern walking around the internet for like probably 4 or 5 years at this point. And every single year I'm like, oh, I want to make this. And every single year passes and I don't make it. Well, be better than me. But this does require quite a bit of fabric. This requires about 7 yards of fabric, but look how dramatic it is. I mean, sweeping bell sleeves, like it's the drama for me. Floor length, all of this stuff. And I mean, the creativity can really go, you can really like take it there. Like you could have like the ostrich feathers and you can make this like totally lace and put appliques and whatnot. You see where I'm going with this? Anyway, it's a free pattern. Definitely download it if you need a sexy little robe or whatever. And yeah, let me know how it goes because I still want to make one. All right, so this is another free pattern from Mood. This is called the Roselle Romper. And I started looking at this again and I was like, I think I can make that. I think I want to make that. This is a cute little romper set, lingerie. You can wear it to bed or whatever, but you can put like little appliques along the neckline, along the bottom trim of the shorts and whatnot. And yeah, have fun, go far with this. But this is pretty sexy and it's pretty cute. And it seems like it wouldn't take that much time or that much fabric. So I promise you I'm going to get into the date night looks, but I am on a lingerie kick right now. And this is another free pattern by Mood Fabrics. And this is called the, let me get the name right, the Coral Bell Slip Dress. So maybe you're not a romper girly, but maybe you want to do a slip dress instead. This would probably require roughly around the same amount of fabric, but again, you probably need like a chiffon, a satin, some lace, something like that to really make it girly and feminine and all the vibes, all the boudoir vibes. So this next one is like bombshell 40s vixen. It's camp, but someone out there will make this and maybe post it on the internet. I don't know, but it's high-key camp. But this is the Edith dress, also by Mood Fabrics. Also can't believe this is free, but look how pretty. Like this is giving like Grecian goddess of the boudoir, like beautiful. It's gorgeous. It does take quite a bit of fabric. I think it takes just as much as the hibiscus one, if not more, because the shoulders are like to the floor. So I would say, even if you don't necessarily, you're not comfortable with that bodice front, it seems like there's ways to work around it. You could probably close it up, make the bodice pieces a little bigger, or grade them up, or just change it out completely. But it's the shoulders for me, and it's that Grecian goddess with the waistband and the flowy, it's everything. So yeah, definitely. So now I'm jumping into some big 5 ones. Now this is one that I have made. I actually made it last year. I love this. This is Vogue 1923. This is kind of like a off the shoulder, very reminiscent of like the early 90s, like that club look. But this is actually a bodysuit. And honey, I was not doing a bodysuit. Mine is actually just a top with a hem on the bottom because me and bodysuits just don't get along. But I love this. I actually used some heart-shaped fabric for it. But this is something where you could take this to the floor. You could take this to the knee. You can make it a crop top even. It's just so cute to me, and I love that it's long sleeve and that it's perfect for winter, going out on a date. You can wear it with pants, a skirt, anything. I love this one. So the next one is, again, I have made this one. This is Simplicity 9701. This is Mimi G's square neck bodycon dress. I made this in like a power mesh last year, and I love this dress. If you are low on time and maybe you're watching this video a little bit, you know, later, or, you know, at the 11th hour for Valentine's Day, this is a dress that you can whip together very, very quickly. The square neck, I feel like it's so flattering. Like, I love it. And you can do this short or long. I believe I made mine a little bit longer, but I felt like it was still sexy. Like, who cares? So the next one, and by the way, while I'm here, so anytime I think about like, what dress do I want to make for Valentine's Day, I default to a Mimi G pattern, like always, because I feel like hands down, she does such a great job at creating like the really sexy bodycon dresses and whatnot. So I am rolling into another Mimi G pattern. This is Simplicity 9598. Now this has a cutout in the back, which I love, and then it's got the V-neck, and then you can make this a little bit short or a little bit longer, but it's super cute. It is in extended sizes, so this has a very it has a varying size range on this one, but I love it. And if I have time next week before Valentine's Day, I will make this. I want to. I've been wanting to make it. Okay, so the next one is Simplicity. I have my notes here. 9329. This is another Mimi G pattern. It's got the puffy sleeves with like kind of like the sweetheart with this A-line skirt. This is so super cute, and I think this came out a couple years ago, but the sleeves are so dramatic, and I love that the front mimics the back. So like the front has that V, the back has the V as well, and it's just it's gorgeous. And I attempted to make this when it first came out, and I didn't necessarily like the fabric that I picked out. It was like I wanted to do a white version, and then it was like too starchy, and then I started to kind of, it went into like baby doll land, and I didn't really like that. So I would consider revisiting this, not even just for Valentine's Day, but just overall to have in my closet, because I think it's super cute. But yeah, and I think this is either you can go above the knee or just right at the knee for this one. So the next one is another Mimi G. This is kind of the reverse of 9598, where the cutout is in the front. And I actually made this for our honeymoon back in July, and this was probably the quickest sew of my life. And I love the cutout because the cutout is still modest for me. And if you're living in an area where it's warmer, or maybe you're on vacation for Valentine's Day or whatever, I love this dress. Like, and I love too that even though you have that cutout, you could probably extend the sleeves down, extend the skirt hem and make it longer. That way, even if it is a chillier climate, you can get away with that. And then of course, if you put like a really nice coat with it, perfect for date night. But I love this because I love the like that gather in the front. Like, it really just accentuated my bust. And again, like I said, it was the quickest thing I ever made. And then I love too that even with my bust size, I felt totally secure, like I was in that thing. And it allowed me to wear a normal bra with it because the back was filled in. So the back is a whole full, like it's a whole covered bodice. And then the front is just a V-neck. So you can truly wear whatever bra you want to, and then the gathers come right under the bust line. So I love this pattern for that consideration, and I felt extremely comfortable in it. I went to dinner and had a good meal with that dress on too. But this is a good dress and highly recommend. That may also be a strong contender if I don't get to make something. I may have to whip that back out. All right, so this is Simplicity 9330. Again, another Mimi G pattern. And this one is a literal translation of Valentine's Day, in my opinion, because it's got that sweetheart bodice right there. And then you can make it in pants or a skirt. I actually made this for my bachelorette trip about 2 or 3 years ago. And I love this dress. I felt so beautiful in this dress. I actually made the hem a little bit shorter, which I honestly regret a little bit. And that's literally the only thing that I'm like about the dress. Like other than that, like the bodice is fine. This was my first time working with boning. The boning went perfectly. She gives amazing instructions on how to do the boning and the bodice where you don't feel like it's necessarily a challenge. And I felt extremely supported in this one as well. I don't recall if this one had like cup sizes, but I did like that I just did not feel excluded in the bust measurements for this one. And it's a good pattern, definitely. So we're moving on to Know Me 2050. I've seen a lot of girls, a lot of ladies, I should say, make this dress. And I'm having FOMO because I have not gotten this dress, but I love this dress. This is Aronica's pattern with like you could do like the little neck piece right here, or you can leave it off and do like the little belt tie. And this is so gorgeous, so beautiful. I've seen it on every body type, and it looks amazing on everybody. And this is something where if you're low on time, if you're watching this and it's, you know, Valentine's Day Eve, this is something that I would highly consider making for sure. So this is Vogue 1962. This is a lingerie moment. So this is a lingerie set, and I love this set because you can either make it like a nightgown, like a sexy nightgown, or you could do like the cami with the capris and then like the robe. So even if you're not into the romper I mentioned earlier, maybe you don't have, you know, time to be as dramatic as the hibiscus or the Edith or whatever, you have this really gorgeous Vogue pattern that is amazing. And I didn't even realize, honestly, that Vogue had this pattern. And while I have you, I do want to let you know that simplicity.com does have a Valentine's Day shop where you can go and you can actually look to see their curated list of patterns. And some of the ones that I chose and the ones that they chose obviously intersect, but this pattern specifically is on that list and it is perfect. So this next one came out, I want to say last fall. This is Simplicity 9851. This is kind of like an off the shoulder type blouse, and it looks like it probably goes with like a charmeuse or a poly satin. But I love this because it's still flirty and modest all at once. Like, I love that shoulder effect. I love that there's so many different variations. You can do sleeveless. You can have the little neck piece with the cutoff there. I love this, and I love that, honestly, you could probably hack this into like a midi dress or something and kind of like add some shape and a flounce to it. Like, that's cute. Real cute. Or if you're kind of someone where you're like, I prefer to wear jeans, but I'll wear the top, this is actually a really nice blouse to put together. And I know the model is wearing purple here, but this in red or in white or in like a nice blush pink, cute, real cute. So this one I love. This is Lydia Naomi's Know Me pattern. This is Know Me pattern 2049. This came out the same line of Aronica's. And I was like, did y'all conspire for this? Like, I think I actually asked Aronica that. Like, did y'all talk to one another about this? Because this seems like this is like the same girl, but in a good way. I love this pattern because this has the crew neck, ruching, and I think Lydia even talks about it being reversible. So she had like light pink on one side, hot pink on the other, but it is super cute. And I feel like it lives in the same universe as Aronica's girl, where it's like V-neck or ruching. Like, which one are we gonna do? But she loves both. And so I love both of those patterns equally. Okay, you guys, that is my list of 14 Valentine's Day patterns to try out. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and let me know which pattern you are most likely to try this Valentine's Day season. And if you're not following me already, you can follow me at Raven Maureen on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. I'll see y'all next time. Happy Valentine's Day. Bye.